And good afternoon. Welcome to your favorite tech program, You and Tech, where we explore, discuss, and analyze all the trending topics in the world of technology within and outside the shores of Nigeria. On You and Tech, you can be rest assured that we give you what is trending, we give you what is relevant, and we give you what can empower your businesses, your life, and people around you. When we come back, we're going to be looking at very interesting topics on You and Tech today. And more importantly, we're also going to be exploring a very significant topic that's going to explore how you have been leveraging on technology. When we come back, we're going to dig deep into all this. I remain my humble self, your host on You and Tech, Temitope Oladejo, also known as Creative Temi. When we come back, we'll go deeper. Thank you. Welcome back to You and Tech, and I remain your humble host, Temitope Oladejo, also known as Creative Temi. On today, we are going to be taking a look at the top trending, relevant tech news of the week. And the first on our table today is a very important and significant collaboration between the government of Rwanda and Anthropic. Anthropic is a global AI company, and they have come out to announce that Rwanda and Anthropic are going to be coming together to tackle malaria and cervical cancer with the help of AI technology. The government of Rwanda has signed a 3-year memorandum of understanding with Anthropic, a US AI research company behind Cloud. Cloud is a very notable AI that most people use globally to solve their day-to-day coding and other interesting aspects of their activities. So this agreement between Anthropic and Cloud AI is the first formal multi-sector government partnership in Africa that aims to accelerate Rwanda's national goal on health outcomes by using AI tools to support the elimination of cervical cancer, reduce malaria, and improve maternal health and enhance public services. According to the MOU, Anthropic will provide access to its AI products, including cloud and cloud code, hands-on training, API credits, and training for developer team across the Rwanda public institution. It also formalizes an existing education initiative that included 2,000 Cloud Pro licenses for educator, AI literacy training for public servants, and deployment of cloud-powered learning companion. This is a very significant AI partnership across Africa, and it is telling us that a lot of companies, especially companies that are based and are building AI products that are interested in the African market, the first ecosystem that they are looking to collaborate with is the government. This also reinforces the recent collaboration between Google and Nigerian government to open Google AI ecosystem to builders in Africa and Nigeria together. You also remember that on You and Tech, we once told you about how Google Startup is looking to help a lot of Nigerian startups by bringing them into the Google Startup Africa program, where any Nigerian company that is able to scale through their processes will be eligible for some interesting ecosystem packages that comes with maybe funding or maybe access to Google credit. So we want more of these because AI is becoming a daily part of our lifestyle, and it is high time that government leverage on this powerful technology to improve efficiency, to improve accountability, and to make life better for the citizens as a whole. Moving on from the from the Rwanda government collaboration with Anthropic, we're also going to be taking a look at another very interesting news of the week. This is over the years, people have been complaining, and in Africa, when there are crises, especially when people are raising their objections, when they are raising their dissent against their government, people leverage on social media to connect with others, to give voice to the voiceless, to express what they feel, and for the global community to know what they are facing, especially the challenges they are facing. And we've seen over the years that sometimes governments in Africa, the first thing that they do is to shut down the internet, to reduce the yearnings of the people online. And this is coming to play again this time around. This time around, this is happening in Gabon. The Gabon government has decided to shut down the social media platform across the country. And this is coming as a result of the unrest that the government is saying. And they're also saying that people have been using social media to spread false information, cyberbullying, and the unauthorized disclosure of personal data as reasons for the decision. Gabon is led by General Brice Oligui Nguema, who won presidential election last year after leading a coup in 2023. The 50-year-old president is facing growing social unrest, with teachers and civil servants staging strikes over pay and working conditions. Now, speaking from the condition of anonymity, a restaurant owner in the capital of Libreville told people in the media that the suspension is greatly affecting his business negatively, because most of his business customers are actually from online platform that have seen his ads online. And the people are complaining that the government shutting down the social media platform have been abusing their freedom of speech. And basically, the government is still reiterating that the reason why they've decided to shut down the social media platform, including Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, is because of the cyberbullying, because of the unrest that has been happening in the country. According to one of the government spokesperson, he said the social networks are being used for inappropriate, defamatory, hateful, and insulting content that undermines human dignity, social cohesion, and the stability of the republic's institution and national security. As much as people use social media every day to connect with others, to connect with their friends, to amplify their businesses, to put their businesses on the global map, it is also important that our government understand that social media is a tool that can be better used to make life better, to make citizens' life easier, to make policy education reach even people in the remote areas. But shutting down the internet, is that the right way? Is shutting down the internet the best way to suppress unrest in a country? It's a question for you at home. So moving on from the Gabon story, this another interesting story that we are going to be looking at, and this story is also very essential. So this is coming from NITDA. NITDA is warning companies, warning tech companies, warning organizations that are leveraging on technology to be careful of something that is happening, and this is something that can impact their business negatively if care is not taken. So NITDA, the National Information Technology Development Agency, has issued an advisory on a Microsoft Office zero-day vulnerability. According to NITDA, NITDA is saying that there is a Microsoft vulnerability that is tracked as CVE 2026-21509, which is being actively exploited by hackers across the world. And NITDA is saying that this zero-day vulnerability allows attackers to bypass object linking and embedding mitigations designed to protect users from malicious code in Microsoft Office. The flaw carries a CVSS score of 7.8 and requires a victim to open a specially crafted office document to be exploited. So NIDA is saying that as a form of backstory to what Microsoft publicly disclosed last month, that there is a high severity zero-day flaw in its Microsoft Office software after its own security team detected active exploitation in the wild. So NIDA is warning people all over Nigeria that as you are using the Microsoft software, especially the Microsoft Office 2026, 2019, the Microsoft 365 apps, the Microsoft Office 2021 and later, you should be very, very careful and observant of this zero-day vulnerability. And we appreciate that the fact that NIDA is taking a big step to educate people in the digital space, that as much as software makes our life easier, better daily, we should also be careful because hackers are out there, bad people are out there, they are making steps, they are taking steps daily to attack your system, extract your data, and ask you for payment to get access back to your data. So it is very important that we are very careful of what we click on or what we access and on what we put out there. So moving on from the NIDA awareness, there's another interesting story of this week. And this is very, very interesting because in the tech space, it is something that is always a good news when you see a company acquiring another company. Not because the company is under distress or they are under problem, but because merger and acquisition is one of the ways to solidify the ecosystem, is one of the ways to attract global opportunities and global funding. And this is a story of a giga layer company in Nigeria that is just acquired Register to bolster its market position. So GigaLayer is a Nigerian web hosting and internet service provider, and they have completed the acquisition of Register, one of the earliest domain registers in the country. The transaction was completed for an undisclosed amount, with GigaLayer's leadership describing the deal as a move to consolidate infrastructure and long-term client relationship. GigaLayer and Register have decided to come together to form a more formidable partnership to better service their both customers. What makes this news interesting is that when companies come together, leveraging on each other's core strength, it makes the ecosystem better. You know, it also ensures that jobs are not laid off, people are not laid off of their jobs, and it brings more global opportunities. We're going on a very short break, and when we come back, we're going to be treating another very interesting aspect of you and tech for this week. I remain myself, Temitope Oladejo. When we come back, we're going to go deeper. Thank you.
As a player, there's nothing better than the roar of your crowd. But in Nigeria, there's a roar that may not be heard again. With fewer than 50 lions left, they could be extinct in the next few years from loss of habitat and prey and snares set for illegal bushmeat. So please, say no to illegal bushmeat. Let's keep the roar alive for Nigeria, because poaching steals from us all.
Welcome back to your favorite program on television called You and Tech. This is your program where we explore discuss and analyze all the trending, interesting topic and trends in technology space within and outside the shores of Nigeria. I remain your humble host, Temitope Olajejo, and we have been treating the top trending tech news for the week. There is another interesting topic we need to look into, and this is a very interesting one because it tells us the impact of local mobilization to bring about desired growth in the tech space. Over the last week, between 19 and 28th of February 2026, young, active tech people gathered together in the city of Osogbo in Osun State, Nigeria, to celebrate the Osun Tech Festival 2026. It was a glamorous event where we had key stakeholders from both the government, the external stakeholders, and even builders and innovators coming together under one roof to explore how technology can better be used to develop the state, to develop the country, and to bring about better life for people in the country. On the 19th of on the day one of the program, it was a very interesting day when the governor of the state was present and he was able to roll out the impact and the policies that his government has made to bring on board more tech experts to come and thrive in the state of Osun. And on the second day, it was a very interesting day when it was a gathering of innovators, developers, designers, product designers, people doing one or two things in the tech space, coming together to come and brainstorm, to come and collaborate, and to come and discuss on how tech can better be used. Another interesting thing about the event, which is very key, is the fact that there was an innovation challenge where prizes were set out for people to come and build around interesting sector of the economy. A lot of startups came up with different ideas. We had Lena, we had AgriVice, we had a lot of startups, a lot of builders coming together in team of twos and threes to come and build and showcase what they have built. During the panel sessions, we had very interesting topic, so interesting things that came out from different builders within the state. It was an interesting moment to see builders coming together to come and discuss and see the way they can use the power of technology to improve the ecosystem of the state. Eventually, a startup emerged as the winner called AgriVice. This is a startup that leverage on hardware to improve life for people in the agricultural space. This is a very interesting one, and seeing the ecosystem of Osun State growing faster, leveraging on technology to improve lives. So that is a wrap for our top trending tech news of the week. Now, before we go, there is something we need to look at. Every day we look at how we use our phone. There is a very important topic that you should have asked yourself. Your phone training you more than you are training it. Ask yourself a question. When you wake up in the morning, what is the first thing you do? Some people, when they wake up in the morning, before they do their prayer, they pick up their phone. They want to check their messages. They want to check their emails. They want to check on what is trending in the global space without even having to sit down, reflect, plan their day ahead, right? Some people, again, when you look at it, whenever they are somewhere, in a classroom, in an important meeting, their phone is always with them, which creates a kind of a short or long-term distraction for them. In 15 seconds, they're always on their phone, strolling, scrolling, checking, replying chats. That's a very important question we need to ask ourselves. Are you training your phone, or is your phone training you? Every day, our phone, our gadgets give us access to the global space. Our phone, our gadgets give us access to global opportunity. But we also need to be very careful. Are we training our phone, or our phones are training us? Remember that as you are scrolling online, you are replying that chat, you are replying that messages, you are putting out your data. You are showing the algorithm that these applications are trained on to show you what you like. And as you are doing this, more of your data is going out. Your gadgets are powerful. Your data is important. Know how to use them. Don't allow your phone to use you more. Use your phone to be more productive, to do greater things, to be more productive at your place of work, in your businesses, and in your environment. Remember to always use your phone importantly. To cap up and to wrap up on today's episode of You and Tech, we are going to be looking at a quote for the week. And this quote says, "The real problem is not whether machines think, but whether men do." And this is a quote coming from B.F. Skinner. This is a quote that reinforces the fact that we are not made by these phones, but we are made for our gadgets, for our devices. We are the one that made these gadgets to make our lives better. Don't let your phone control you, but control your phone more to be productive. And that is a wrap on You and Tech for this week. A big shout out to the entire crew of this program. I'll see you again next week on You and Tech. I remain myself, your host, Temitope Oladejo at Creative Temi. See you again next week. Bye.